Bird photography is inherently difficult, and that's because it's mostly just made up of small windows of opportunity, which in turn makes it quite difficult to learn and develop the skills you need to be successful in it. I've been busy shooting a handful of events lately, and one of those was a charity cricket match. And while I was out there shooting, I came to some realizations. What I noticed was that almost everything from the camera gear, the way the camera was set up, but more importantly, the techniques that were used were very similar to what I use when shooting bird photography. This quickly led me to the realization that maybe shooting sports is the best way to practice and develop your skills to improve your bird photography. This may seem like a bit of a stretch, but stay with me for a bit, because sports and wildlife are a lot more similar than you may think.
Success often depends on being ready. It's critical to anticipate and react quickly. What we focus on tells the story, and how we track it enables the composition and ultimately the shot. It's more than just settings. It's building intuition and developing an eye for the right moment.
Sports photography really tests our ability to quickly find subjects, get them in frame, lock on focus, and track them through movement, and then respond to some unexpected circumstances. These are directly transferable skills when it comes to bird photography. Fast action with unpredictable movement and unexpected moments applies to both types of photography. And if you're shooting outdoor sports, you have to contend with the same lighting changes and weather conditions that you would in bird photography. Going out and just shooting a couple sporting events will really give you time to practice and learn those skills in a controlled environment where you can sit for a couple hours and just practice and play with different techniques. And more importantly, what I think this does is it teaches you what you really need to work on, and like kind of the areas where you're falling a little short so that you can really focus in on those. Because when you're out there with those small windows of opportunity with birds, it's not really the time to learn, it's the time to get the shot. And if you can spend the time doing these sporting events and working through some of these struggles in a controlled environment where there's not a lot at stake, you can come out into the field and be ready to go. You may be thinking, this sounds great and all, but I don't know any sports teams. And it may just be as simple as going to your local city league, city club, even a school, and turn up to a game and saying, hey, I'm learning photography and I just want to practice shooting. And I'll give you some free photos. It's kind of a win-win. And in most cases, people would be happy with that. Give you a chance to practice and some people get some free photos, hopefully nice ones. I know I've talked about this before, but I do believe that building muscle memory is probably one of the most key foundational skill sets to learn when getting into bird photography. And shooting sports is probably one of the best ways to do this. I think a lot of people would actually be pretty surprised at how transferable the skills are between sports and wildlife photography. Because at the end of the day, you're just using a camera to shoot action and motion and track subjects and try and capture unexpected moments and take some good photos. So I encourage you just to get out and give it a shot, maybe get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Because at the end of the day, it's the worst that could happen. You're out taking photos. It's always a good time.